Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on the LI Sports Network, getting ready for quarterfinal number 2 in the varsity division of the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Coming up in this matchup, the number 1 seed from the varsity conference to the number 7 here in the playoffs after beating Massapequa 4-1 in the play-in round. The undefeated Manhasset Indians taking on the number 2 seed 14-2 Syosset Braves. My name's Travis Quigley, taking you through the call tonight. Joining me on color commentary from the Half Hollow Hills Hornets, Coach Larry Hoffman. Coach, 1 game down, game number 2 getting ready to start. You were with us for the first one. Big win for the Belmore Merrick Bulldogs. They booked their ticket into the semifinal. I think everyone, not just here in the building, but across the league, is really excited for this matchup here between Manhasset and Syosset.
This is the fun game. That game earlier was obviously a 12-1 game. It was never close. Good learning experience for East Meadow, but this is the fun game to see how good Manhasset is when they're stacking up against the number 2 team in the league in Syosset, who, you know, had a really, really strong season. And I think a lot of their young players got much better as the season progressed.
Both Syosset losses came to the Belmore Merrick Bulldogs. We're underway. It's Manhasset controlling it. Ionitis looking to get right in on the attack. It comes around the wall. Malios pinches hard. It comes out. Soramakos quickly across D to D for Ren Hooter. Hooter dumps it in. Starting in net for the Braves tonight, it's Nick Suma in the cage for Manhasset. Dylan Ruz out front. Ari Sawitz with the shot, fought off by Suma. Soramakos takes the puck. He spins around the circle, trying to get to the high slot, taken away. Playing it forward, Sigler, and it's dumped in. A big check thrown by Robert Engel. Engel, a dangerous player, top 5 in all 3 categories, points, goals, and assists. Good opening shift for the Indians as both sides work to get some fresh bodies onto the ice. Carrying the puck ahead is Aiden Cleary. Cleary, right-handed shot taken away by Gavin Reisdorf. Perlman to the wall. Soramakos chips ahead, chasing it down. Joe Finelli. Dylan Grebin holds the zone. NYIHSHL trying to spin it to Perlman. Stopped up by Grebin. NYIHSHL to Grebin, just missed his tape. Off the back wall, stopped on the net. Suma puts a glove on it. 1 minute and 23 seconds in. The Indians banging on the wall, getting loud. They're fired up, ready to go here, Coach.
Very different from game 1. This team, Manhasset, coming out really strong. Their first 2 lines both playing really aggressive, hard forecheck, opportunities.
Very quick pace to start here. NYIHSHL up to the point. It's Matthew Kim, redirected, just missing. Great chance, Dylan Grebin on the backside. Kim with a quick pass ahead. NYIHSHL trying to redirect it into the middle. Cleary backhands it deep, and he'll make a change. Matthew Kim up the near side. Played in through the middle for NYIHSHL. He'll chop it out. Dump back in by Gagliano, right on net of Ruz. He'll cover.
Syosset, freshman goalie and a sophomore goalie. They're both very good goalies. Got a lot of young talent. This team is looking to make a statement tonight.
And for these 2 teams, you look at Will Sylvia and Dylan Ruz. Dylan Ruz in the net from Manhasset. Sylvia backing up tonight. Sylvia got the win in the play-in round. They were 1-2 in basically every category in the varsity conference, 2 for goalies. You look at the Syosset side of things, Sam Flax, Nick Suma, and they also have Brendan Mitnick on the roster. Those 3, they were all as well towards the top in the goaltending categories for the varsity conference 1. So we talked about it a little bit. This could be a bit of a goaltending battle, chess match between these 2 teams.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we played Syosset this year a few times. Their goaltending is very strong. And as you mentioned, the Manhasset goaltending very strong as well.
And delayed offside. Will Sylvia threw a big hit at the blue on Gagliano.
This is going to be a physical game. Syosset's a physical team, and it looks like Manhasset's playing physical. And a fast pace.
Very fast pace. A turnover forced at the red line. They just entered offside. So look at a face-off in front of the Syosset bench. And it almost seems the Braves are, I don't want to use the word surprised, but it seems that they're almost a little caught off guard by the speed that Manhasset has brought in the early going here.
It's almost the opposite of what we were talking about last game, how East Meadow had no idea what Conference 1 play was going to be like against Belmore. And now Manhasset is doing the opposite to Syosset, showing them that a Conference 2 team can come in and dominate.
There's a penalty coming up here, touched up by the Indians, and now Syosset's going to get a power play. Hooter going to the box. 2 minutes for interference. It's been an excellent start for the Indians. Not what you want there, though. They take the first penalty of the game, and now the Braves, with some of their top scorers, will be able to get out there on this odd man opportunity.
It's a bad penalty to take. You're coming in as the unknown underdog from the Conference 2. You've dominated the first 2.5 minutes, and now you give Syosset a chance to take back control of the game.
Baltic couldn't clear. Syosset hold the zone. Fanning on it, though, and it benefits Ari Sawitz. He sends it 200 feet. Syosset now looking to break things out. Soromakos gets right on the puck. Was able to take it away from Disqui. Over to Cleary, looking to fire in, blocked by Malios. Keeps working hard for it. Cleary around the net. Trying to go up top for Finelli. Soromakos, good stick in the lane. Malios first to the puck, chops it ahead to Sawitz. 2-on-1 has Soromakos driving the net. Sawitz, backdoor, shot, they score! Shorthanded goal, and Manhasset takes a 1-0 lead. And they are fired up. Over to our left, Manhasset. Just 3 minutes and 25 seconds into this game, bury a shorty and go up by 1.
It's a good start. It's a really good start from Manhasset.
Coach, that's taking advantage of their bounces right there. They see the puck pop free, saw a chance with numbers, and a beautiful pass from Ari Sawitz.
They're skating hard. They're skating hard every puck. They're forechecking. It's going to be interesting to see how Syosset handles this, because they probably weren't expecting this kind of pace and effort.
Soromakos had 2 assists in the play-in game, gets his first goal of the playoffs right there again, comes shorthanded. That one comes out of the zone, brought back in by Gagliano offside.
The Manhasset bench has a lot more energy than the Syosset bench. They're standing up cheering for an offsides.
And I spoke to 2 players after the game against Massapequa. I spoke to Danny NYIHSHL and I spoke to Gavin Reisdorf, and they both said just playing their game, sticking to their style is what's going to lead to success. They really, really believe that they can make a difference. NYIHSHL, breakaway, trying to go 5-hole, the rebound, he scores! Indians up by 2! A second shorthanded goal in a 25-second time span!
4 minutes into the game, 2 shorthanded goals for Manhasset. The Syosset bench is stunned right now.
There's only a handful of people that had this on their bingo card, that Manhasset could come out and have a start like this. And could not have been a better 4 minutes here for Manhasset. 2 goals on the penalty kill. Danny NYIHSHL, I was just talking about him. My interview I conducted with him on Sunday night. He buries the goal. They said, we just got to play our game. We're confident we can be the first Varsity Conference 2 team to run and win a championship. They believe in themselves, and they are up by 2 early on in this game over a Syosset team that only lost to Belmore this year.
You know, and based on the 4-1 win over Massapequa, I wasn't expecting Manhasset to look this good. You know, Massapequa was last place. It kind of felt towards the end of the year that their heart wasn't in it. The last bunch of games, they kind of lost by more than they were losing earlier in the year. We actually played them late in the year, and it just didn't seem like their hearts and minds were in the game anymore, and the scores were reflecting that. And for Manhasset only to win 4-1, I thought, all right, you know, it's a nice win, but maybe they're not that great. But they look very impressive right now.
75 goals for in the regular season for Manhasset, only 20 goals against. They had 3 shutouts in their final 4 games of the regular season. They almost had a shutout against Massapequa the other night. Massapequa scored a late goal with about 2 and change remaining in the game, so they were that close to getting another shutout, which would have been 4 and 5. Phenomenal goaltending. They play a great team game, the Indians, and they're showing it through the first 5 minutes here. Puck dumped in by Disque, played quickly hard around the wall. Perlman couldn't catch up to it. He's going to head off for a change anyways. Icing going on Manhasset.
Well, it appears what happened is Manhasset came to prove something. They came to play, and I think Syosset has come out expecting to be able to just win the game because they're good. And Manhasset's thrown a couple of punches in the face early, and Syosset's going to have to settle down and bounce back. And listen, there's a long time to play in this game, and Syosset is a battle-tested team, a very good team. They've got some players who won a state championship a couple of years ago, and they'll be okay. They'll settle in.
Like I said, 2 seasons ago, county and state champions. They have that experience. They made a run to the semifinals here in the NYIHSHL last season as they try to force a turnover, keeping the puck in. Sent down to the goal line for Engel. Touchback out front. Shot. And Ruz keeps the puck out. Great save from Dylan Ruz on the give and go from the Braves.
Coach Will Sylvia has his team fired up. That was a good save. It wasn't the greatest save in the history of the world, and they're all up going bananas. Like, they are into this game.
You can feel the energy coming from this visiting bench as the faceoff comes to the right of Dylan Ruz. One cleanly out of the zone.
Look how hard they're skating after every puck. Look at this guy racing down.
Adelman hunting it. Craneman picks it off just outside the blue. He'll spin it back to Matthew Kim. Goes D to D for Reisdorf. Reisdorf fans on the pass. Taken away. Brought in by Ferrante. Ferrante tried to make a move, splitting 2. Knocked off his stick. Cleared down the ice.
Ferrante's the future of Syosset. He's a freshman. A lot of talent.
Very skilled player. Called a game a few weeks ago, and I believe he had like 5 points in that game. He had a real dominant performance. Like you said, a freshman, very confident at this level. As he picks off a pass there, he'll drop one for Engel. Goes up top to the point. Fanned on. Chance again for Manhasset if they hurry. Finelli racing back. Beats Adelman to the puck. Ruz going to come out of his blue paint to play this one. Backhands, leaves it for Kim. Kim trying to fend off the forecheck of Ferrante. Gave the puck to Soromakos. He'll spin back from where he just came from. Dishes to Gavin Reisdorf. Reisdorf driving in wide. Driven into the wall by Max Musnick. One-hand chop from Jason Ioannidis. Max Schoenberg, red line and in. Puts it past the glove of Baltic. Theo Baltic going D to D. Cardi comes together
charging
with Grasso, and an interference penalty coming up on the Braves.
Could have called that a charge.
Grasso is going to the box. 2 for charging, and Manhasset up by 2. Will go on the power play, looking to continue the hot start that they've had here in the first period. Soromakos and Cleary in for the face-off. Soromakos wins it. Ioannidis off to the right side. Pass back to him. Jumping it, Cleary. Him and Hooter racing for it. Ruz going to come out and play it behind to Malio. Smart play from the goalie there.
Manhasset has a lot of fast skaters.
Lost it in his skates. Malios now Disque. Backhand pass for Cleary. Trying to settle down a rolling puck. Malios chips ahead, and now Ioannidis chasing it down. Doesn't get there in time. Icing called. Not what you want on the power play. Just 30 seconds gone. And Manhasset elects to throw a new unit out on the ice for this defensive zone faceoff. Like you just mentioned, Coach, Manhasset, a lot of speed on this team. And the style that they play, it's almost similar to the team we just saw pick up that win, the Belmore Merrick Bulldogs.
Speed and effort.
They look to reset on the power play. Grebin moves it back to Soromakos. He's going to take it behind the net and move at his pace. 7 minutes to go in the opening frame. Soromakos drives in wide. Centering pass came off a skate. Hooter drops down to the corner. Ren Hooter across for NYIHSHL. A wrister hits the glass. Soromakos holds it in on the backhand. Moves it to his right. Perlman off his skate to NYIHSHL. Behind the net to Grebin. Grebin pressured immediately. That allows Gagliano to slide in, swoop the puck, and fire it 200 feet. Just 35 seconds left on the penalty to Grasso. One more time, and Manhasset will try to break things out. Soromakos starts it by moving it to Kim. Matthew Kim into the zone, looking for NYIHSHL. Good step by Schoenberg. He clears.
Syosset's done a very good job killing this power play.
Done a nice job taking away to the middle of the ice. Reisdorf moves to Kim. He just drops it to Grebin. Grebin will bank it off the wall behind the cage of Ruz. Reisdorf starts to skate. Gavin Reisdorf, a player, he's always moving his feet. We called him, Coach Bragley and I called him the Energizer Bunny the other night because he is just a hummer. He's always moving. Indians get the puck back in the offensive zone as we return to 5-on-5 play. A very strong penalty kill from the Braves. Ferrante with the puck. Cuts inside out on his backhand. Makes a pass. The shot. And Ruz will shut the door once again.
I tell you what, whoever wins this game is going to be a very tough out in the semifinals for either Valley Stream or Long Beach.
Manhasset have put forth a phenomenal showing in the first 9.5 minutes of this game. Syosset win a key offensive zone draw. Musnik plays it around the wall behind the net. Finelli pinches in, shot off the stick of Ruz. Finelli tried to center one more. Sylvia intercepts. Nice job from the Braves here of holding the Indians in the zone. 5 minutes to go in the first. Manhasset still looking for a lane to break the puck out. Carty takes a bump. That's Bryce. Centering feed under the stick of Musnik.
Syosset's settled into the game now, and if they can get the next goal, I think that'll be huge for them.
Finelli will wind for the slap shot. Ruz kicks it away. Hooter, ton of speed, pokes it out the defenseman, but a quick stretch up the ice to Finelli. He's out of gas though. He just has to flip it in to make a line change. Very successful shift for Syosset. Now they got fresh legs out there as Disqui throws it at the net. Ruz keeps it close to the body and covers. Like you mentioned, Coach, Braves have settled into this game now. They're starting to find their style and what makes them successful. Now it's all about getting one past Dylan Ruz, who's looked excellent so far here in this one.
Right. Well, as we talked about last game, they've got to get players in front of the net, creating screens, deflections, rebounds, dirty goals.
All about that grit and, like you said, the dirty goals, especially at this time of year. So Karski overhandles, comes out to the neutral zone. Schoenberg will go cross corner. Hooter first to the puck. Played off the wall. Cleary there. Take it away. Cleary off a skate. Tokarski looking to backhand one to the point. Knocked away from him. Malios into the middle of the ice. It's Adelman over the blue. Shot gets blocked. He'll stay with it. Blocked again, though. He tries to cycle. Gagliano looking to take advantage. 3-on-3 rush. Kicks it outside for Tokarski. Tumbekis there to swat it away. A stick lift by Cleary coming back, but Adelman gets him right back with the stick lift. Comes to Reisdorf. A nice move there from Gavin Reisdorf. He's looking to catch up to the puck now, reaching for it. Offside on Syosset, and that one is going to go all the way down.
Syosset's been a strong back-checking team all season, and I think now that they've settled in, they'll be able to sort of control these rushes from Manhasset a bit better than they did on the power play, where they gave up 2 short-handed goals.
Was just going to mention that again, Coach. The 2 goals from Manhasset came short-handed. We've had nothing 5-on-5 here as that one went wide from the point by NYIHSHL.
And shorthanded on the same penalty kill.
Braves clear, rolling puck. It won't make it for an icing. Kim's going to be first to it. Has Ferrante pressuring. Goes through the middle to NYIHSHL. That's a very nice breakout pass. Just has to put it off the wall into the neutral zone, though. Two goals came exactly 34 seconds apart, and like you said, on the same penalty kill. Up top and flipped in by Finelli.
Manhasset doing a good job protecting in front of their net.
Behind the back pass from Ferrante out front for Sigler. Didn't get to him. Slowing it with the glove, De Piero. Sigler, the assistant captain, trying to throw it outside. Kim's there to intercept it. Plays it hard off the wall, not out of the zone. Comes across the front of the slot. Kim takes a bump from Engel. Engel for Ferrante. Ferrante out front, one-time try, big save Ruz. Drop back, De Piero, blocked by NYIHSHL, diving out to get in the way. Down low for Engel, a backhand pass to the slot, kicks to De Piero, saved by Ruz. Batted down by Engel, touched by the Indians, no high stick, a shot from the point deflected. It's still free. Finelli down low to Engel. Another excellent shift from the point, one-time try, save off the outside of the net from Engel. De Piero trying to get a lane, goes down, is able to put it low. Went past Engel, Sawitz plays the body on Finelli. Now Reisdorf there. It's back to Engel, looking for De Piero, just holds it in, snaps it too high. Kicks around. Deflected, Ruz save, and another Dylan Ruz.
Excellent goaltending. Syosset really buzzing around on that shift, had total control. The last 6-7 minutes of this game, it's really been all Syosset. So it's going to be a go on this one.
That was absolutely the best shift the Braves have had all game long. They really were dominating beneath the goal line with the cycle. But Dylan Ruz, once again, answering every challenge that has been thrown his way so far in this game. Played hard off the glass and out for Manhasset. Schoenberg, good stick at the red, gets it to Desquie. He'll dump the puck in. Ruz wants to come out and play it from behind. Moves it to Theo Baltic. Baltic hard around the wall. Schoenberg on the keep in, just a one-time blast. Goes cross corner. Cardi on the poke. Battles with Cleary. Cleary back in. NYIHSHL to Baltic. Final minute in the first period.
So when Manhasset has the puck, when they're getting it deep, they're flying the zone, forcing Syosset's defenseman to come out, making it easier for Manhasset to clear the puck.
That one poked out again. Schoenberg, quick back for Tokarski, missed his tape. Cardi for Grebin. Grebin on a backhand try. Perlman and Gagliano come together as Gagliano stepped up. Puck went into the Syosset zone. Ari Sawitz held it in for a second. Now the puck gets touched, arm up. There's a penalty called.
Is that going to be a 2-10? Was that from behind?
Perlman's going to the box. Syosset going on the power play. Officials coming together for conversation.
Looks like that was Desquie that got hit. Looks like he's okay. No, it's not Desquie. Looks like it's just a 2.
Just a 2-minute going on Perlman. Being explained right now to the Braves bench.
Coveney's a very good official that way. He'll come over and speak with you and explain and let you know what happened, what he saw.
Back to De Piero, blast it, went wide, hard kick off the back wall, 20 seconds to go. Goes back to Gagliano. He'll move it for Cleary, battle in front of the net, backdoor pass right off the stick of Ferrante. It would have been a golden opportunity. 7 seconds left in the period. One last chance for the Braves, for Gagliano. Arister hits the post, does not go. Buzzer sounds in the opening frame. Indians keep their 2-0 lead.
Gags almost had one. Would have been huge with 1 second left to get them within a goal.
Would have been a massive one to go into the second period. 2-0 Manhasset. We're going to take a quick pause here. We'll be back in just a minute on the LI Sports Network 2 for Manhasset, none for Syosset. Back live for the second period. Manhasset with a 2-goal lead. 2 shorthanded goals early on in the first period, 34 seconds apart. And it stayed that way. Syosset found their game in the second half of the first period. Now with a minute 34 power play to begin the second period. Coach, what are you looking for out of the Braves to begin this middle frame?
I just think the Braves need to continue doing what they've done the last half of the first period. They settled in. They took an early punch. They were surprised by Manhasset. They just got to do what they've been doing. They took control of this game. And if they continue to play that way, they should be fine.
A stretch pass right through the middle. Ferrante quickly closed off by Reisdorf. That could have been a great chance. Nice recovery from Gavin Reisdorf.
But it's a fun one. This is going to be a fun one to the end.
This is definitely, we got a really exciting first 15 minutes. I have no doubt that it'll bring fireworks the rest of the way. Indians looking to kill off the rest of this penalty to Perlman. Braves looking for their first of the night. Cleary centers it, goes off a body. Ferrante finds it, Ruz answers and shuts the door. Reisdorf takes it from Cleary, and Soramakos off to the races. Sawicz driving, Soramakos peels back. Cycles in for Sawicz.
Another fast skater.
And Manhasset, they see a chance to go. They're going to take it. That's why they scored the 2 shorthanded goals, and they looked like they almost had a really clear 2-on-1 chance again. Nice recovery from the Braves on the back check.
And that was another shorthanded opportunity.
40 seconds left on the penalty to Perlman.
So I also might have to start declining penalties.
Ferrante goes from left to right. They found a lot of success, like you said, in the late half of that second period, first period, I should say, at 5-on-5. Have had difficulty getting their power play set. Finelli shoots, friendly fire, hit Engel in front. Pops right to Cleary. Ruz puts the rebound in the corner. Hard off the wall, Finelli keeps it with the skate. The walk middle, dishes to Cleary. Perlman getting set to come out of the box. Cycled in behind for Engel. Engel up top, Finelli, plenty of time, walks it down Stewart Ave. Shot gets blocked. Perlman's out of the box. Penalty is killed by the Indians. Played with a glove. Reisdorf first to touch it. Gets the stick lifted, battling with Engel here. Ferrante joining. Engel takes it, stuff play.
Go.
Pops back door, they score! Ferrante makes it 2-1.
Puck bounced right to him. He's standing all alone back door. You can't leave a scorer like that alone back door.
A massive goal for Syosset. A minute 55 into this second period. They make it a 2-1 game for Arante, his first of the playoffs. All starts with Engel forcing the turnover out in the corner. Now Syosset, 2-1 game.
Just can't leave the back door open. You just can't do that.
And Ruz made the first stop on the stuff play. Puck just popped free to Ferrante, who, like you said, was left unmarked and had a clear lane to tap it into the yawning cage. Now an ozone draw coming here for the Braves, who, again, we started this period, had a little bit of difficulty getting their power play started. Perlman comes out of the box, they get right back into the zone, and they bury their first of the night. They win an ozone draw, shot gets blocked. That one blocked again. Comes hard around the wall. Baltic chases it down, sauces out of the zone.
You know, the first period, Manhasset bench was up the whole time, cheering every little stupid play, right? Offsides cheering. Now they're sitting down. The whole team's sitting down.
And this is something that Coach Pat Bragley and I talked about on Sunday, is managing the emotions, managing the highs and the lows. You can't get too high when things are going really well in your way. You can't get too low when things are down in the dumps. It's all about trying to maintain neutral the whole way through.
Yep. And I guess they expended a lot of energy that first 7 minutes, because now you look, Syosset's standing the whole time, and they're controlling the play for the last, 12 minutes?
Icing on Syosset, so an offensive zone draw here for Manhasset as they look to get themselves with a little bit of momentum at 5-on-5 play here.
What were the shots in the first period?
12-4 in favor of Syosset. Again, the 2 goals for Manhasset, shorthanded. Manhasset capitalized very well with an odd man rush and a breakaway. Syosset late in that period controlled a lot of offensive zone time. Chance for Manhasset, stuff play. Craneman could not hook it into the net. He had a wide open cage.
That's a huge non-goal right there. You can see he had the whole net.
Great shift for Manhasset off of that offensive zone draw. Craneman's gonna dump it back in. Manhasset finding their legs again. Hooter. A saucer pass hits Craneman, walks into the zone. Good shot, but it's gloved by Suma. Nice job from the goaltender there.
You know, they train the goalies to go down all the time. And, like, if you watch that shot again, if he just stood still, it would have hit him right in the chest protector. But he goes down and has to glove it, you know, and I feel like they're training every goalie for the NHL. And it kind of does these youth goalies a little bit of a disservice, because the smarter play there is probably to stand up and just...
Breadbasket.
Right, yeah.
Manhasset trying to get their forecheck going. Cleary, pardon me, does redirect it out. Reisdorf puts it right back in. Again, something we'll keep our eye on here is penalties. Manhasset already has 3 in this game. Syosset just the 1. That shot, think it hit iron. Great chance for the Braves, and another one through. Ruz shuts the door.
And again, Ferrante in the middle of the whole thing. He's been in the middle of a lot of these Syosset opportunities. It's a good mix, Syosset, of veterans and young players. Like Gagliano's been on the team for, I think, 3 seasons now.
Like you mentioned, another team that were a little bit on the younger side last season. This year have found their groove, found their game, and of course a lot of confidence came with that, especially being 14-2 in the regular season. Very easy to be confident when you have a record like that. Cleary in the corner, rolls up to the point, puts one off the wall. Baltic read it the whole way, jumps it, and he's got a ton of speed coming up the ice. Baltic drives wide to the left. Looks to stop up, trying to find a pass, defended tightly by Gagliano.
Yep.
Goes to the ice, penalty coming as soon as the Braves touch it up. Ruz is racing to the bench, an extra skater on here. Into the middle for Cardi. Cardi, shot, save, rebound, pops right to Ioannidis, but he couldn't finish it. Braves touch up, Manhasset going on the power play.
Gagliano looks like going to the box, or is it?
It's Gagliano for tripping.
Yeah.
Right out of the corner, you got to tip your cap to Theo Baltic, the defenseman who led the rush from his own zone, drove the puck into the corner, was working hard, and then draws the penalty. Gagliano 2 for tripping. 10:04 here in period 2. Manhasset up by 1, 2-1 the score.
All right, big point in the game here for Manhasset. Take advantage of this power play.
And they win the draw, allowing them to set things up. Hooter across to Malios. Malios goes back to Hooter. Hooter looking in front, wants some traffic, takes a shot. That one took a deflection, ends up in Suma's glove.
There's a lot of screens in front, and the deflection was a very good save by Suma.
But you saw Hooter, when he received that pass, he immediately picked his head up, saw there was nobody in front, so he changed his angle, waited for his teammates to get there before firing that shot. A very heads-up play from the captain there.
No doubt.
Goes D to Malios. Now Sawitz to the goal line. It's Ioannidis on a give and go, looking for Sawitz. Batted down with a high stick. Finelli touches first, so it's negated. Backhanded out of the zone by Sigler. Through the middle, right on the tape of Ioannidis. Nice pass from Malios. Ioannidis driving wide. Goes behind the net. Looking through the seam. Pass gets blocked by De Piero. Again to Ioannidis. Up top, Soramakos. He'll fake, try to walk. It's poked to Hooter. Hooter to the goal line. Across from Sawitz. No tape. Soramakos, center point. Back for Ioannidis. Out on the right flank. He'll snap it from a bad angle off the pad of Suma. Back out front, trying to bank it in. And Suma is able to keep it out.
Very good first minute of the power play from Manhasset. They controlled the play. They moved the puck well. They got some nice opportunities, forcing Suma to make a couple of good saves.
And it all starts right there in the face-off circle. You win the draw and you allow yourself the chance to set up the power play like that and keep the puck in the Syosset zone. Reisdorf holds it in with his skate. He looks to walk down the boards. Backhands one into the corner. Comes back up top to him, but skips past, and Perlman will have to hunt it down.
I think a lot of people don't pay that much attention to face-offs at the high school level, not realizing how important it is.
It's the start of every shift. Essentially, it's how you create possession coming after each whistle. And like you said, it is so important and can really be what dictates whether you win or lose a game. Because sometimes, you know, obviously we don't have those numbers here at high school. You look at NHL numbers, face-off numbers and possession numbers, they go hand in hand.
Oh, for sure. We actually started keeping track this year. We have a parent in the stands who keeps track of face-off wins and losses by player. So we're able to, you know, at this point in the season, we know who's winning a lot and who's not.
100%. Great kill from the Braves as we get back to 5-on-5. Gagliano out of the box. Syosset want to get back to the great work they've been doing at even strength here tonight. That's where they got their goal. We do get a whistle, a stoppage in play, as both sides will look to get some fresh legs out there. 2-1 the score between Manhasset and Syosset. Both Manhasset goals in the first, the lone Syosset one here in the second. And they win the draw. Cleary shot, takes a deflection, popped out to Disqui. And Sylvia's there to take it away. Sylvia trying to slide to Druzis, just out of his reach. Big hit thrown by Druzis. Trying to go skate to stick, looking for Sylvia, who is diving down. Pass picked off, Cleary out of the zone. Baltic knocked it off his stick. Braves are offside. Great job at the blue line from Theo Baltic.
Really good back checking too. They're giving the effort, and that's why they're winning this game right now, because they're putting in the effort and they have talent.
Half the game gone, half of it to go. You said Manhasset still in the lead here. It's been an absolute battle, an entertaining contest from the opening puck drop. And definitely have a good feeling this one's going to come down right to that final buzzer. Syosset look to reset back at their own blue. It's jumped by Baltic. Baltic, nice move, driving in, he scores! Theo Baltic
Came in a little bit of a 2-on-1, froze the goalie, put it in.
And I'll be honest, I feel I've been saying his name a lot over the last 3-4 minutes. He's been working extremely hard. Theo Baltic, the right shot defenseman, and he gets the goal there. Low blocker on Suma. Manhasset back up by 2.
It's a big goal. Halfway through the game, Syosset had the momentum for a while, and Manhasset took it back and then potted one to make it 3-1.
And we've been talking a lot about energy tonight. Energy seems to be back on the guest bench. Ferrante, nice turnover forced. Takes a hit from Sylvia. Engel trying to go to the point. Druzis is there. Slides middle for Murray, and they got numbers. Murray and Sylvia. Murray shoots it. Suma, nice job keeping that puck hugged against the body. Sylvia was right there to hammer that rebound.
Manhasset's doing a lot of hitting right now, and it's leading to turnovers. And Syosset, usually a more physical team, hasn't really been hitting, and they might want to start to hit more to try and change momentum back in their favor.
Manhasset also, it's a team that has some more size. One of the bigger teams, I would say, in the varsity conference, either 1 or 2.
Yes, for sure.
Ferrante carrying wide. He's had a very good game tonight, looking to get more going for the Braves. His pass out front, pop to Disqui. Pad save for Ruz. Goes right to Tumbekis. He'll take his time, evaluates his options, calls his own number to the red and dumps it in while taking a check from Engel. Disqui gets on the puck first, plays it off the wall, hits Tumbekis' skate, slid to Ferrante, had to find it. Once located, backhands it in. Ruz leaves it behind the cage. D-to-D pass, Hooter off the wall. It does get clear. De Piero backhands one. Hooter jumps it. Drives it into the zone. Manhasset keep it in, backhanded over. Ioannidis off the bench will take the puck. Ioannidis to the slot. Shot blocked. What a
huge
chance
block
right there.
Because he was right in front of the net with the puck.
Area pass, unable to get there in time, was, pardon me, Grasso, but he drew a penalty in the process as Ioannidis got called roughing. He's going to the penalty box. Syosset going on the power play.
He doesn't like the call. Still talking to the officials. Won't go in the box. Better be careful. He keeps that up, he might get it unsportsmanlike.
And something I mentioned a few minutes ago, emotions, highs and the lows, keeping everything at a neutral spot, dialed in. Most important time of the year, playoff hockey.
That's why you're the best in the business.
Try to keep my tabs on everything that's going on.
That's what Coach Pomerantz always says. Travis is the best in the business.
Been fortunate enough to know Coach Pomerantz for a long time. His son Brendan played with my brother Joe, I think from mites all the way to juniors. Actually ran into Mark at the Outer game a couple of weeks ago. I was like, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be on the bench somewhere? It's a seam pass for Syosset. They get their power play going. Big save for Ruz. Incredible stop right there. Syosset have found more comfortability with their power play after giving up the 2 shorties in the first. De Piero right flank. Shot through the legs of Kim and goes off the glass. Definitely not sure Ruz saw that. Good screen. Played down low. Chance for the Braves once more for Cleary. He'll shoot it. Goes off of Ruz and out of play.
Interestingly, Syosset is changing a lot of their top unit power play right now. It's a key point in the game. I was curious to see if they were going to keep their first unit on in full or make some changes. They opted for the fresh skaters.
So now with the face-off right of Ruz, 1:12 left on the power play, 4:42 left here in the second period. They win the draw, so can continue the attack. Backdoor try, Sigler over the stick of Engel. Gagliano races across, nice job to keep it in. Still sticking around Syosset all over the puck right now. They want another, close the lead again. They made it a 2-1 game. Manhasset answered. Shot right off the shoulder of Ruz on Sigler. He gets his own rebound. Down low to Engel. Back for Sigler. He fakes for Engel. Trying to stuff one. It's underneath Ruz. Now here's where both teams have to be careful.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You do not want to get a stupid penalty that's considered a fight where you get suspended for any future games in the playoffs. Especially all the players on the ice right now are probably top players because you have a power play unit and a penalty kill unit, which is usually your best players.
And especially here, it's playoffs, a situation where you don't win tonight, your season's over. So you don't want to do anything where your team could be in jeopardy, and I'm seeing Bryce Carty being escorted to the penalty box right now.
I'm assuming Syosset is going to get a matching penalty, but so far no one's gone in the box. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for 34 seconds, maybe.
2 for cross-checking on Carty. Again, like you said, doesn't look like anybody from Syosset going to the box. So a brief 5-on-3 power play coming for the Braves. A massive chance for them to close the gap once more.
Engel skated off with the with ice on his elbow. Looks like he got hurt on that play. That's actually Max Schoenberg left the ice. Max Schoenberg is limping off. That doesn't look good. And I also
hopefully Max is okay.
Believe that Robert Engel came off with ice on his elbow. So Syosset might have had 2 injuries in that little scrum.
Hoping all the best to Max.
Yeah, the trainer is working on him on the far right side of the bench.
And of course Robert as well.
So those are 2 big power play pieces for Syosset that won't be on the ice now for this 5-on-3.
Again, like you said, 34-second 5-on-3 before NYIHSHL comes back. And looks like Coach also was shown the exit door.
It's one of the assistant coaches.
Manhasset win the draw, important defensively, and the captain, Renhuter, sends it down 200 feet. Great way to start the 5-on-3 kill.
And he wisely comes up high, 5-on-3. You don't want to get caught low on the forecheck.
So the penalty there after the whistle on Carty was 2 for cross-checking. NYIHSHL getting set to come out of the box.
Another clear.
As Manhasset clear again. NYIHSHL gets on the forecheck, knocks down De Piero, but the Braves numbers entering 4-on-2. Soromakos onto the ice now, 5-on-4 for 1:20. Up top, Ferrante fakes, it's Cleary now, rolling puck, takes a shot, save, bouncing, Sigler, shot, save, rebound, another one, goes wide. Cleary gets a return feed from Ferrante. He'll drive it to the net. Stick save by Ruz and directed into the netting, out of play.
Ruz is playing a very strong game. He's not that big. They've got to just continue to get screens and rebounds, and you know, kind of how they scored the first goal. A rebound, Ferrante was alone backdoor, just put it into the empty part of the net. And I don't think Syosset is going to beat him very easily shooting from the outside. They got to really do something in front.
They win the draw and Reisdorf fires it down. Dylan Ruz in the regular season, 6-0 record, a .67 goals against average and a .974 save percentage. He also had 3 shutouts.
It's very impressive. .974 saves. Very, very good.
Phenomenal statistics from Dylan Ruz, and he's backing it up here in this quarterfinal game. Gagliano drives wide on Reisdorf. He'll dish it up top, 35 seconds to go on the power play, 2:35 remaining in the period. Reisdorf around the wall, hits Soromakos. Sawicz driving, gets the pass. He scores! Another shorty for the Indians, and it's 4-1.
So again, you talk about when they see the opportunity, they're taking off, and that's exactly what happened. It seems sort of a halfway innocuous play, but he's flying down the weak side to the net. Beautiful pass across, and all of a sudden he's alone with the puck.
Again, it starts back at the goal line. Gavin Reisdorf picks his head up. He sees the pressure coming, but sees he can put an area pass into space for Soromakos. Massive collision at the blue. Puts it into space for Soromakos, and again, beautiful pass to Ari Sawicz, who finishes. Dish over to Disqui.
Sylvia saw that Finelli's head was down when the puck was coming. And so what you talk about when kids are young, you better skate with your head up, because you get to varsity, you skate with your head down, you're going to get crushed. Sylvia just
what happened there?
Reminded Finelli of that lesson, because his head was down and Sylvia crushed him.
Again, Jake Sylvia, one of the bigger guys in the league, knows how to use his size to his advantage.
But
still 9 seconds on the power play.
Three shorthanded goals, all very similar. Just the effort of skating hard on the weak side back door.
You have some teams that don't score 3 shorthanded goals in a season, and they have 3 in this game. It's clear down the ice. Makes it for an icing. Murray thought he was there in time to stop it. Icing called on Manhasset.
Is that Will Sylvia, Coach Sylvia yelling on the bench? Or
Coach with a message for his team.
He's not happy. 4-1, he's not happy. He's letting them know we still got 17 minutes to play.
A lot of hockey left here.
He's probably telling them also not to speak to the refs. The refs already, looks like, tossed out one of their assistant coaches. And, the refs in this league, they don't take any guff, right? You got to talk to them calmly and respectfully.
Absolutely. And it's a battle in the corner right now with 1:45 to go in the second period. 4-1 for Manhasset. Musnick digs it out. He'll play it off the boards, looking for Grasso. Grasso trying to get it to Disqui, forced out of the zone by Callum Murray. It's dumped back in. Musnick's F1. Again, off the boards, comes out. Druzis will lead a 3-on-2. Pass to Murray. Murray shot, deflected. It goes in! Callum Murray, 5-1 Manhasset. Syosset is in disbelief.
All 5 goals have come off the rush. They've come in transition. There hasn't been one goal where Manhasset's set up in the zone. It's all the transition. 3 shorthanded goals. The 4th goal was sort of that 2-on-1 where he froze him and shot it. This goal, all in transition. Syosset's got to tighten that.
Chris Soromakos shorthanded in the first period, 2-on-1. Danny NYIHSHL shorthanded in the first period, was a breakaway. Buried his own rebound. Theo Baltic here in the second, 2-on-1, called his own number, a clean wrister. Ari Sawicz, 2-on-1, shorthanded, and now Callum Murray there, 3-on-2, battling for the puck, bats it out of the air, and puts it in. Incredible showing here from Manhasset. Even when Syosset has found their life, Ferrante back over looking for Sigler. He'll send it over. Final minute of play in the second period. Shot gets blocked, pops to Ferrante. He's looking for a chance, goes wide. Tumbekis off the wall. Played over, walking in, Cleary. He shoots, trying to be a little too fine. Ends up helping Manhasset break it out of the zone. 40 seconds remaining. Gagliano backhands it in. Rudd's gonna come out, stop it up. Cardi takes it from his netminder, moves it to Adelman. Adelman quickly being pressured by Ferrante, still gets the puck out.
You called some Manhasset games during the year. Was this how they usually play, where their goals are largely in transition?
Typically, how they score goals are either in transition or, again, kind of like we talked about earlier, that Belmore Merrick style, where they get pucks in, they just get on you, they establish their forecheck in the cycle, and they got traffic in front of the net, and they score those gritty, grimy, dirty goals. And like you said, I've called a few games from Manhasset, and this is their MO. The way they've played tonight, energy, playing and sticking to their system and the culture that they've built over at that program. As it's NYIHSHL here, carrying it out. A high flip, puts it into a space that Greben's going to be able to touch it first. Gagliano using the reach, got a piece of it. 5 seconds to go in the second period. Manhasset up and loud, banging on the boards as the horn goes. They have a 4-goal lead going into the third period, and you got a crowd of players skating over to pat Dylan Ruz on the head.
So now you're going to have the ice cut and a 10 or 15 minute break, which I don't know if that's going to benefit Manhasset or not, because they have the momentum. They probably just want this game to keep going. Don't want Syosset a chance to get their breath, but also it's good for Manhasset to get the rest now potentially and come out strong.
And this is something different as well. This is something different for both sides. This ice cut, like you said, a little bit about a 15-minute break these teams are going to get. Neither team has experienced this. You play your 3 periods straight through. You don't get an ice cut in the regular season.
Because we play with an ice cut at States, and Syosset's been to States the last couple of years, or last 3 years.
A handful of their guys, of course, have
they should have some
the
experience with
Manhasset, a new thing for them here.
And it's definitely a difference maker, and it's something you need to get used to.
And my thought process is Coach just called his team over to speak to them before they went to the locker room to kind of send the message, stay locked in, keep focused. We're getting an ice cut and a quick break, yes, but there's still 15 minutes of this game to be played. And for Syosset, the message has to be, we got time. We can score 4 goals. We've done it before. We can do it here. We just got to dig in a little bit deeper.
Yeah, they can score goals in bunches. They just, obviously you want to come out and get one fairly quick within the first 5 minutes. You get another one within the next 5 minutes. It's 5-3 with 5 minutes to play, and you got a real shot, because now Manhasset starts to play a little bit tight. The goalie gets a little nervous. And again, Syosset, they've got championship experience on that team.
They made a deep run last season. They lost in the semifinal, 22-23, county and state champions. As we've mentioned before, they have the experience. Can they climb the mountain and battle back against the Indians in the third period? Manhasset with 3 shorthanded goals here in this game. That has really been the difference maker. 5-1 the score after 2. Zamboni on now, cutting the ice. We'll take a quick break. We'll return in a little bit with the third period of New York Islanders High School Hockey League Varsity quarterfinals right here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley here with Coach Larry Hoffman of the Half Hollow Hills Hornets. He's been with us all night long. Joined us for game one, now here for game two. We're getting the ice cut, second intermission underway. So we figured we'd take this time and preview tomorrow's quarterfinal matchups. Quarterfinal number 3 and 4. First on the docket is going to be Long Beach. They'll be taking on Valley Stream. And Coach, that should be a pretty good game between those two sides. Long Beach, a team that plays with, they've played with each other their whole lives. We know that community's so tight-knit. And Valley Stream, they won in the play-in round on Sunday night. I expect that to be a pretty good and also fast-paced game.
Yeah, so Valley Stream is a little bit of an enigma because I think they actually beat Long Beach once this year.
Yes, they did.
It might have been in overtime, but
I believe it was a 3-2 score, yes.
Yeah, and their goalie is a little bit inconsistent, but when he's on, he's really good. So if he's on tomorrow, Valley Stream can win that game. If he's off, that makes it obviously tough. But they've got 4 or 5 very talented players, and look, they made it to states last year.
Off the top of my head, Patty Henry and Richie Bear are both top 2. And
well, that's Long Beach.
For Long Beach, yes. Yeah. For Valley Stream as well, they did go far last year, like you said.
Yeah, they made a good showing at states. I think they came in 4th or 5th in the overall standings, and all those guys are veterans. There's a lot of seniors on that team, but Long Beach is just every year a tough out. A very tough out. They seem to find their way to the semifinals every year somehow. And Richie Bear, very good. And the goaltending's been solid. And they play hard and they play together.
And that they're of course going to be motivated to get to that semifinal, knowing it's in their barn on Friday night.
Right, a Friday night game. There's nothing like a Friday night game in Long Beach,
absolutely,
especially the semifinals. And you don't want to be the opponent of Long Beach in the semifinals.
No.
Which is actually this game that we're calling right now. The winner of this game will play either Long Beach or Valley Stream.
Winner of that
Friday
game tomorrow,
night.
Yep.
And, I would imagine having nothing to do with the talent of the teams, you much prefer to play Valley Stream in Long Beach just versus Long Beach in Long Beach, because the entire community of Long Beach will be there. And
1,000%.
It's loud, and the locker rooms stink. Long Beach has their own really good locker room, the small, tiny locker rooms, and
it's a different atmosphere.
It's a different atmosphere. So, but again, like most games, it's going to come down to goaltending, and if Valley Stream gets strong goaltending tomorrow night, they're going to be a tough out.
And speaking of goaltending, good time to move into your game for tomorrow's quarterfinal. 5 seed Half Hollow Hills taking on number 4 Beth Page in the second quarterfinal tomorrow night. What are you expecting out of your group for that contest?
I think they're really excited for this game. We have a lot to prove. We had an up and down year. We've had a lot of kids missing a lot of games for various reasons, travel conflicts, injuries, illness. And we feel that when we're at full strength, we're a team to be reckoned with. And tomorrow we should be pretty close to full strength. So they're excited. But Beth Page, defending county champions, defending state champions. Marco Lissica, by my estimation, is by far the best player in the league. Katopka is a very strong goalie. Sheehan on defense, strong defenseman,
solid.
Rushes the puck really well, moves the puck really well. They've got some other players and some other forwards that are solid players, and it should be a very good game.
I'm expecting a very back and forth game between your side and the Eagles. That'll be right here as well in Bethpage. So for your team coming in, how are you going to have to face the element of the Bethpage crowd? We know that they can fill this barn very well, and when they do, they get loud. So what's the message to the Hornets?
It's a really good question, because that's probably the second best home ice advantage behind Long Beach is Bethpage, especially in the playoffs. We played Bethpage 2 years ago in the playoffs here, so that we've been in that position before.
Understand it a little bit.
And fortunately, that game we came out on top. We came out fast and strong, took a big lead early, kind of quieted the crowd. So hopefully that's what happens for us tomorrow. That would be the goal, is to try and get an early lead, quiet the crowd. We have told our players, try and get all your family and friends there. We told the rest of the organization, the JV, the middle school, get to the game, we're going to need the support.
Absolutely.
Bethpage is going to, this place is going to be packed with Bethpage people.
Get it out on social media, get as many students in the building as possible.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it the most fun,
It's
for the
be
players, getting to see
atmosphere.
their friends in the stands, having them get loud, of course.
Well, like Manhasset tonight, every time they score, they're jumping over to their fans, and tomorrow night, Bethpage is going to have that. So they score a goal, the place is going to be going crazy. They're going to be able to celebrate with their fans, and but we're confident in our goalie Maddox Franks to hopefully play a really strong game and limit their goals, and we just have to put some pucks behind Katopka, and hopefully more go behind Katopka, hopefully than Maddox.
Absolutely, and again, by all estimations, I believe that is going to be a phenomenal game. That's our second of 2 quarterfinal matchups tomorrow night here at the Town of Oyster Bay Skating Center in Bethpage, of course, live on the LI Sports Network. Puck drop for the first game will be 6:15 for Coach Hoffman and his Hornets taking on the Eagles. That game will start at 8 p.m., as long as everything, of course, is on time. Haven't had any overtimes yet, so, of course, you always got to keep your eye on that.
You do.
Did the game,
overtime in the playoffs is fun.
Did the game last year of this Syosset Braves team. They took on the team we were just talking about, Valley Stream, here in this building. And it was graduated senior Zach Knoll scored the tying goal with, I believe, 8 seconds left. And it was, I believe, Patrick Mignoli who scored the OT winner about 1:05 into overtime. I want to say that was the only OT we got last year in the 23-24 New York Islanders High School Hockey League playoffs.
That was a quarterfinal game.
Yes, quarterfinal game.
Right. Yeah. The playoffs, it's a game of bounces. I mean, over the years, we've had a couple of pucks bounce the wrong way, with a couple minutes left in a tie game. And, sometimes they bounce the right way. You got to come out like this Manhasset team has come out. You just got to keep the pressure on, keep rushing the puck and try and extend your lead and never let the other team have a chance to get close.
You said it after the opening shift. Manhasset, a ton of pace, a ton of speed. They've brought it. They have not relented outside of the final 5 minutes of the first period, first 5 minutes of the second period, in which Syosset really dominated at even strength. Manhasset has found a lot of success in their game.
Yeah, I've never seen a game where it's every goal is just off of the rush, taking advantage of odd man opportunities and just skating so hard to create the odd man opportunity. And credit to Coach Sylvia on the way these guys are playing. It's like they're rushing to the net, they're getting open, and they're converting. And, Syosset's got good goaltending, and they're converting. So, all credit to Manhasset right now. But 15 minutes is a long time. If Syosset can get a quick goal in the first 5 minutes, and they get another one within the next 5 minutes, it's going to be a barn burner.
Final period is underway. Following the ice cut, how do both teams respond? Manhasset up 5-1. Soromakos, Elishvili, and Baltic all with their first of the playoffs as it's deflected in. Suma leaves it. Sawitz and Calamuri each with their second of the playoffs as Soromakos gloves it down into the corner for Ioannidis. Lone Syosset goal belongs to Matt Ferrante. He scoops up the puck, sends it long for Sigler. Came off his skate all the way. Icing called. .30 seconds gone here in this first period. Shots in the second, 14 for the Braves, 9 for Manhasset. 2 period shot total, 26 for Syosset. The Indians with 13, but they've put 5 up on the board.
Which makes sense because all their goals have come off the rush, and so they're not getting tons of shots. They're just getting quality shots.
Transition hockey, and when they're getting their grade A opportunities, they are capitalizing. Tokarski into the zone, off the glove of Ruz. Hooter just plays it back to him, lets him cover it up.
I expect I'll be getting a phone call from one of the Long Beach or Valley Stream coach on Thursday, whoever wins, to get some insight on this Manhasset team if Manhasset advances.
A shot right off the draw from Tokarski, hits the logo on Ruz's jersey. The full scouting report, you had the view from the broadcast booth.
Yeah, well, Coach Carson from Long Beach is very thorough. He attends a lot of games. He knows all the players and strategies, but none of us have seen Manhasset play. This is the first time.
And that's the beauty of the two conferences, and of course having Manhasset winning the play-in round. Slid over to NYIHSHL. Shot gets blocked. Good look from Grebin there off the turnover. Kim with a nice play at the red line, sends it back for Grebin, lost it in his skates. Penalty game being called here. It's going on Manhasset. Syosset going on the man advantage and going to be looking to redeem themselves on this one, having given up 3 shorthanded goals tonight.
Got to have one here. This is the opportunity to get back in the game. You need one on this power play.
For the Braves, this is certainly the most important moment that they've had so far. Whatever you do, you cannot give up another shorthanded goal.
No, that would be pretty bad.
Played back to De Piero. Very strong face-off win to start things. Engel looking out front. It got blocked. Reisdorf fans on the clearing attempt. Finelli's going to roll middle. Shoots through some bodies. It's loose. Dug underneath Ruz. A second try is blocked by Reisdorf.
Thought that one was going in.
Out to Sawitz, another odd man rush. Now Soramakos gets a breakaway. He shoots, he scores! Make it 4, Shorties, 6-1, Manhasset.
Wow. That's all I got is wow. 4 shorthanded goals.
And 3 of them have come from that combination of Soramakos and Sawitz. Wow is absolutely perfect, Coach. There's no other way to put it. 4 shorthanded goals. I said it after 3. You have teams that don't score 3 in a season. Now they've got 4 just in one game.
2 periods, essentially.
Manhasset has brought it tonight. As you keep mentioning, a stretch pass to Engel. They're phenomenal in transition, and when they get their grade A chances, they capitalize. Snapshot save, rebound, Singler drops it back. Finelli from the point, pops in the air, goes out of play. Manhasset keeping the energy up as well.
I got to tell you, if they hold on to this lead, they are going to give Long Beach or Valley Stream a very difficult game.
It has been an very, very impressive showing from the Indians tonight.
They look far better than they looked against Massapequa.
And when I spoke with Danny NYIHSHL and Gavin Reisdorf, something they mentioned was sometimes, you know, the varsity conference too, we get overlooked. We want to prove a lot of people wrong. And they came out here tonight with exactly that in mind. And it's been foot on the gas from the opening puck drop. Gagliano's pass was behind Ferrante. Hooter puts it off the glass all the way down. Sylvia is going to get there first, so Suma will come out to play it. Just 25 seconds remaining on Perlman's penalty. Misplaced pass and an icing called on the Braves.
They're making Syosset look just disjointed and look like they don't know what they're doing. And Syosset's a very good team.
Again, this is a Syosset team that only lost to the Belmore Merrick Bulldogs, the #1 seed, all season long.
Right. And it's amazing how they're making them just completely not play their game.
Soramakos is up
Every
to 2
pass
goals now.
is errant. It's like they're just throwing the puck around right now.
Shot at the net. Ruz keeps it close, covers Perlman out of the box. We go back to 5-on-5.
Nobody expected this.
Got Sawitz and Soramakos each with 3 points. Ari Sawitz a goal and 2 assists. Soramakos 2 goals and 1. We got a whistle there. Official lost side of the puck.
everyone was very interested to see what Manhasset would bring to this game. Nobody expected them to be blowing out Syosset at this point.
It's tied up at the dot. Pop to Cleary, no shot. De Piero.
Needs one. They need one on this possession.
Finelli back for De Piero. Wines, slap shot blocked by Reisdorf. Finelli up top. De Piero's going to walk. Wines fakes, no lane for him. Cleary to Finelli. Finelli blasts one right into the glove of Dylan Ruz.
And that's the other problem for Syosset. Ruz is having a very strong game. He's not easy to beat. So I don't see them getting any easy goals. So they got to get a couple of tough goals pretty quickly to get themselves back in this and, start to scare Manhasset and see if they can make a crazy run.
Something we talked about a lot in the first game that East Meadow needed to do is what Syosset needs to do is get traffic in front of Ruz and make his life as difficult as possible. Manhasset again just getting on the forecheck here. Syosset quickly get it out but missed the tape of Johan Lee. Cardi trying to put it around McAlpine there. Musnick to the net, deflected in the air. Ruz pops up onto his feet and catches it.
And again, this kid is what, a sophomore?
Yes.
And Sylvia is also a very strong goalie as a freshman.
So
this Manhasset team is set up for the long haul.
It's always nice when your core starts in your blue paint.
Yes, it is.
Ioannidis traveling through and lost the puck. Suma covers up.
The cousins, Gagliano and Disqui, we're not letting him get through on that one.
Not happening. Yeah, 10:27 left in regulation.
The crazy thing too is, for seniors, your career ends very quickly. You're going into a game like this expecting to win, and all of a sudden your career is over.
Hour and a half later. It's the beautiful game, as I like to say.
The good thing about coaching is we always get to keep coming back next year.
Why do you think after I stopped playing, I started putting on the mic?
Right.
Came off the glass, played up top. Sigler rolls. That one's deflected by Ferrante. Went off into the corner. 10 minutes to go. Cardi trying to flip it out. Couldn't get it. Out front, Engel. Shot fought off by Ruz once again. Driving ahead, it's Sawitz. He'll shoot that one. Ramps up a twig and goes out of play.
And last year there was more teams from our league that went to states. This year it's 2 teams only. Belmore has an automatic bid because they came in first place. So the second team that goes to states will be whoever either wins the championship if it's not Belmore.
Or makes it there.
Or makes it and loses to Belmore if Belmore is, if that's the team. So even though Syosset was 14-2 and had this great year, if they don't figure out a way to come back and win this game, it's over. There's no state.
State chances are dwindling, and it's not going to help as one of their top dogs, Robert Engel, gets called for a penalty. And Manhasset now will go on the power play.
And what's even more interesting is that Manhasset, if they can win the next game, if they end up playing Belmore in the finals, Manhasset will go from Conference 2 to playing in the state championships.
Would be an incredible run, incredible story. And I know that's the one that they're at least planning to write. They've been saying it for a while now. We're going to keep going undefeated, and we want to surprise a lot of people in the playoffs and show that we belong.
Well, they've done it tonight.
Doing that.
They've done it tonight. They just got a tripping penalty, so it'll be 4-on-4.
Takes away the rest of the power play. Just 19 seconds in. Malios going to the box. Coach, it definitely seems that the pace of this game has slowed down a little bit, especially after that goal early on in this period.
Yeah, well, it almost seems to be Manhasset's style. It's, it's kind of like wait, opportunity attack. And tonight they've been great in the attack, right? Every time they got that transition opportunity, I don't know how many they've missed, but they were successful on 6 of them.
It's easier to count how many they've capitalized on than how many they've missed. Drive it in. It's Cleary. He'll roll back up top. Dishes for Finelli. Now Gagliano in the middle of the ice. Right flank. Finelli. Didn't have a lane that he liked. He'll go across the seam now. Bouncing puck. Reisdorf got there. Moved it to Sylvia. 3-on-2. Sylvia drives from right to left with the puck. Takes a shot. Rebound into the corner. Murray leaves it for Sylvia. He'll try to stuff one. Save made. Gagliano looking to clear. Tied up with Murray. Kim holds the zone. Sticked away by Suma. Cleary was trying to go long. Kim read it. Takes a check. Cleary following up the play. Carries in wide. Slowed up by Sylvia, and the puck comes to Reisdorf. Looking to break it out through the middle. Long pass comes off the wall, and it'll be an icing on Manhasset. 25 seconds left in 4-on-4, then a brief power play coming for the Braves.
It's really a stunning outcome so far. I just don't think anybody, I don't even know them at Manhasset themselves thought, okay, we're going to come out and have a 6-1 lead with 8 minutes left. I think they were confident they could win the game,
sure,
and play a good game and a close game and whatever the result was.
Like you said, 5-goal lead at this point. Don't think that was on anybody's bingo card.
No.
It's been a phenomenal performance from the Indians. Engel comes out of the box. 18-second power play. And it'll start with Manhasset firing it all the way down. 7.5 minutes to go in this game. Manhasset hoping that time can tick a little bit quicker, as the puck almost intercepted by Soromakos. We return to even strength hockey as Malios is out of the box. Cardi around his net. Ioannidis, nice feed, hits Soromakos at the red. Head fake, gets around Gagliano, spins back. Takes a check from Engel, and a penalty gets called on Syosset. Engel going back to the box, 2 for interference.
Syosset has no answers tonight.
It's been mostly Manhasset here in this one as they get the power play going, starting offensively. Pass intercepted by Musnick, but he's having some difficulty clearing on the bouncing puck. Up top, Malios fans on the one-timer. Hooter gets there, though. Hooter to Malios. Seam pass right on the tape. Save made. Brendan Mitnick into the game now for the Braves.
Do they have all 3 goalies dressed tonight, or just the 2?
I believe it was just Suma and Mitnick here this evening. I have not seen Sam Flax.
That's a big concession on Syosset's part.
6:30 to go. Hooter to Malios. It's deflected in by Elishvili. Perlman hunts it down. Tries to throw it at the net. Came off a body. Grebin scoops. Dylan Grebin. Point. Hooter walks. Across to Malios. Back for Hooter. He's got space. Lets one go. They score! Special teams have been on fire. 4 shorthanded goals. Now they add one on the power play. It's 7-1 Manhasset.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Syosset 14-2. Only lost to Belmore. 7-1 to Manhasset from Conference 2.
An absolute masterclass here from the Indians. Gagliano driving it in. Going wide on Reisdorf. Takes a shot. Ruz denies him. Is Reisdorf with the puck. He'll continue to skate. Had it knifed away from him, but backhanded right back out. Gagliano trying to drive in. Taken out into the neutral zone.
To just clear it at this point, right? Get it in, clear it out.
Let the time just wind. For Manhasset, don't worry about whistles. Keep the clock moving as much as possible.
Get it over center ice, dump it down.
And that's exactly what Harry Tumbekis does there.
They got two guys high.
Gagliano looking for someone flying. It's going to be Cooper Gallo. Came off his stick. And Reisdorf will reset things. D to D for Kim. Went through his leg, so Gallo will get to it first. Takes a check from Kim. Knocked to the ice. Battling behind the net of Ruz. Looking to walk out with it is Grasso. Up top, Gagliano. Snapshot, glove save once again from Dylan Ruz.
.447 left, and barring some crazy miracle, the Syosset season comes to an end.
And Manhasset once again trying to get it out.
Get it, dump it.
They do it successfully.
Stay high, get it back, and dump it again.
Grasso in, shoots one, Ruz, tracks it, makes another save. Back to the point for Disqui. His shot blocked by Druzis. Backhander not out. Disqui sends it back in. Nice keep in at the blue. A spinning chance. Tokarski comes off a skate. Back with Tokarski. He'll put one off the wall. Disqui. Bouncing puck goes to the corner.
Syosset doesn't even have anyone in front at this point. They're just kind of rolling out the clock too.
It's 3:35 to go, 7-1 game. As you said, potentially just a concession here. Trying to get through. Braves, I know a lot of these players want to get at least one more on the board here, but it's been so difficult on Dylan Ruz tonight. Even when there is traffic, deflections, he's still finding a way to track these pucks.
Yeah, he's played a very strong game. The whole team's played a very strong game. They've taken advantage of every opportunity. Has a trip, are they calling it? Yeah.
Letting it go, comes across to Ari Sawitz, and he's knocked down by Gagliano. Good clean check there. 3 minutes remaining.
It's a stunning defeat for Syosset. I'm sure that they've just been thinking about, okay, we'll see Belmore in the championship, and we'll try to get our revenge for the season. And
Sormakos
even get into the semis.
Dangles, backhand try, denied, and another big stop from Mitnick. Like you said, Syosset, don't ever want to say it was a potentially situation where they might have been overlooking the opponent, but potentially could have had their sights set on that championship game, that rematch from last year's semifinal with Belmore Merrick, knowing they were the top two seeds. And Manhasset came in tonight looking to prove a lot of people wrong, and I think that they did.
They absolutely did. They're a legitimate team to be reckoned with.
Gavin Reisdorf back at his own blue, moves it to Perlman.
Whoever makes the semifinals, Belmore is the team to beat, but the other three teams, whoever they are, or the other two aside from Manhasset, Manhasset's just as good as whatever the other two teams are. Certainly
going to be a tough challenge, as you mentioned when we were previewing tomorrow's matchups. Belmore Merrick going to face the winner of Long Beach and Valley. Belmore Merrick going to face the winner of Half Hollow Hills and Bethpage.
Yes.
Your game tomorrow, the second game. And
Manhasset
after
gets Long Beach
2:17,
or
when
Valley
Manhasset
Stream.
wins, Valley Stream Long Beach will have to play Manhasset. And we've got two really exciting quarterfinal games tomorrow. We're not going to get too far ahead of ourselves and look at Friday, but already after day one of quarterfinal hockey, Friday is looking to be an exciting day as well. Ruz makes another great save and a 2-on-1 once more. Elish Philly, backhand across. Grebin just couldn't handle it.
And Manhasset has a lot of fans here tonight, so they get to the semifinals Friday in Long Beach. They should have a good crowd. Gagliano's still playing, still hitting. Every shift he's knocking over some Manhasset players.
And you mentioned it a little while ago, some of these seniors getting their last shifts here in this game have put a lot into the program. Never the way you want to go out, of course. As Reisdorf throws it on net, Mitnick will glove and take the whistle. $1:30 to go in regulation. Manhasset inching closer to punching their ticket to the semis.
You know, in a lot of ways, seeing what happened here tonight, Syosset really got the short end of the matchups in the quarterfinals because the rest of us all know who we're playing. We know what we have. Bethpage knows what they're playing against in us in Hills tomorrow. We know what we're playing in them.
Played each
Valley
other a
Stream
few
and Long Beach
times.
know exactly what to expect from each other. Syosset came in figuring, all right, it's a Division II team. You know, they beat Massapequa. It wasn't like this overwhelming win. We should be fine. And man, oh man, Manhasset has flipped the script.
We've said it a handful of times. The real difference has been obviously the goals in transition, but the shorthanded goals is what has really separated Manhasset from Syosset here. As Craneman drags, changes the angle, nice glove stop from Mitnick as he's knocked down by Gagliano.
See, and that's what I was saying earlier in the game. If Syosset were playing that way the whole game, physical, knocking these guys over, maybe that would have changed things up a little bit. Probably not. Manhasset came to win this game. They weren't going to be denied.
So much pace off the opening draw.
But, you know, to combat that, you got to get physical.
Certainly. And as you've mentioned, Manhasset going to be a real challenge, a tough out the rest of the way as we enter the final minute of this game. Ruz will just eat the puck and take the whistle, 47.9 to go. So we know Belmore Merrick's in 47 seconds. It'll be official. Manhasset's into the semifinal. Two quarterfinal games tomorrow. Long Beach and Valley Stream kick things off at 6:15, and then Half Hollow Hills and Bethpage at 8 p.m. Coach Larry Hoffman's side, as he mentioned during intermission, they want to prove some people wrong, prove that they're a better team than their record shows when they face the defending champions. Gagliano walking it in, trying to stuff it. That was a really nice play from Gagliano, and again a save from Ruz.
I thought Gags had that one in the net.
Musnick spun and fired. Another save from Ruz through a screen. 15 seconds left. Ruz, blocker stop. Kept in by Lee.
You know, the fact that Ruz is still paying attention like that and focused like that on a play like that at the end of the game is impressive.
And Manhasset is up. Ruz gets a big hug from Hooter. The rest of his team, hands in the air, coming to surround him. The Indians win this game by a final score of 7-1. We'll see them in the semifinals on Friday night in Long Beach.
Well, congratulations to Manhasset. They earned it. They went undefeated all year in Conference 2. They beat Massapequa in the play-in, and boy, did they make a statement tonight, taking out Syosset 7-1.
And you got to tip your cap to the Braves. A phenomenal regular season for them. Not the outcome that they wanted or expected.
Yeah, they had a great season, and this one's going to sting because they had to expect they were going to be playing Friday night in the semifinals. And
certainly going to sting, but you know that it's a program that will bounce back and
yeah, they're not
be towards the
out
top
too many
next
players.
year as well.
They're going to be very good next year.
And
Syosset will be very good next year.
As I've been saying all year long about the Belmore Merrick Bulldogs, a team on a mission that wanted revenge, I think that we can probably pencil in the same thing's going to be said about the Braves next year. But the real story tonight, the Manhasset Indians, a 7-1 victory over Syosset. the Varsity Conference 2 #1 seed, wins the play-in round over Pequot on Sunday, comes in here on a Tuesday night, takes down the #2 seed Syosset. Again, only lost 2 games all year long, and it's Manhasset moving on to the semifinals. A really impressive victory for them here in this game. Stay with us live. We have a post-game interview coming up in just a moment. Before we do get to the post-game interview, I want to take the time to thank Coach Larry Hoffman for coming down, doing color commentary with me for these 2 quarterfinal games, Coach. An absolute pleasure having you, like I said earlier on. Love having you here to provide the analysis. You know a lot of the players in the league, so you can provide great insight there, and it's just really, really a pleasure to be able to have you on the broadcast.
Thank you, Travis. It was a pleasure. And hopefully I'll be on the bench for the rest of the playoffs and won't be able to come and join you again.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to calling your game tomorrow. I think it's going to be an exciting, electric matchup between Half Hollow Hills and Bethpage. As not to oversight the first game between Long Beach and Valley Stream. I think that's going to be great as well, but really excited to see you guys in action tomorrow night.
It's going to be a very hard-fought game tomorrow night, and it should be fun. Thank you.
Awesome, Coach. Thank you again for joining us. We have the post-game interview coming up in just a moment, and joining us is going to be the starting netminder from Manhasset, Dylan Ruzz. So we'll allow Dylan to come over, put his gear down, pop the headset on. All right, joining me now, Dylan Ruzz. Dylan, phenomenal game for you tonight, bud. Picking up the 7-1 win. What did you like from your team's performance here tonight?
The boys really backed me up there, really kept them to the outside, didn't give them too many chances, and they definitely capitalized on everything we got. So I thought, made my fair share of saves tonight, but the boys definitely helped me out a lot, keeping guys out in front, everything like that.
And you talk about the boys helping you out. Helps out a lot when your team scores 4 shorthanded goals. Talk about the special team performance from the team tonight. It was absolutely incredible. 4 shorties, 1 power play goal, and of course, you in between the pipes only giving up 1 tonight. Just talk about that, special teams, and then of course, your performance.
Yeah, I think the PK goals definitely started from the D zone. I mean, everything was outside, blocking a lot of shots, getting to the point, getting breakaways, and we kind of capitalized on all that. And then, killing them. I mean, they just let me see everything. First one in the period got by me, hit the post, got lucky on that. But, everything else was the outside. They had a couple good chances, but I just stepped up.
I thought you had an excellent game tonight. Your team played phenomenal. You booked your ticket into the semifinal Friday night over at Long Beach. We're still waiting to figure out who your opponent is going to be. But when I spoke to Danny and Gavin on Sunday night, it seemed it doesn't really matter who you guys are playing. You have one thought on your mind. You want to be the first Varsity Conference 2 team to make it to the championship and then win that championship. What's it going to take?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have everything we need to do that. We're a family here, and coaches back us up. Everyone's buying in. So I think no matter who we play, we got a shot as long as we keep battling hard.
And I love the word you used right there, family. Dylan, go enjoy this win with your family. We'll see you on Friday night for the semifinals.
Thank you.
That's Dylan Ruzz, winning netminder for Manhasset. 7-1 the final score. The Indians picking up the big win over Syosset. Not many saw that one coming. I know for a fact the Indians did. I want to thank you all so much for taking time to join us here this evening on the broadcast. Reminder, 2 more quarterfinal games to come in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. It'll be tomorrow night, 6:15 start. We've got Valley Stream taking on Long Beach, the number 6 taking on number 3. Following that, Half Hollow Hills, number 5, taking on number 4, Bethpage Eagles. All the action right here on LISN. On behalf of Sam Musnick, Anthony Papasadero, Rowan Hlodick, Coach Larry Hoffman, my name is Travis Quigley. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the LI